Hello, this is Jamey with Stegmaier Games, and today I'm trying what I tried yesterday as well. I tried to do a live stream for our game Rolling Realms on YouTube yesterday. It didn't go all that well. Well, it was okay, but I couldn't see myself on camera. So someone suggested, I think Chad suggested, that I try Streamlabs, which is an application that lets me go live on YouTube. And it gives me the ability to see myself. I can see myself on camera right now, which is really helpful when I'm trying to teach you how to play a game. So I'm going to give this a try. I don't know if this is actually working on YouTube right now. We'll find out in a little bit after I finish this live play. It's possible I'm just playing by myself, but we'll find out. Feel free to comment. There is a comment section in Streamlabs, so if you're here, if you're watching, I will know then if you comment over there on the side. But yeah, we'll find out. So I am going to play today with the Wingspan realm. Rolling Realms is a game where I'm going to roll 2 dice, and anyone who wants to play along will use one of those dice in one of the 3 realms, and then the other die in one of the other 3 realms, and then you might be able to get some resources and use those resources to create a new die to use in the other realm. The overarching rule of the game is that you can't use the same realm twice on the same game. Hey Jim, thanks for joining me today. So in Wingspan, what you're doing is writing down numbers on one of these 3 cards. You can do that in any order, but within each card, you need to fill in numbers from the left to the right. So if I wanted to put a number on this card, I have to start right here, and I would get a pumpkin right away when I write that number down. You're trying to get stars in Rolling Realms, so once you fill in this 3rd number over here, you get a star, and if the sum of all the numbers on this card add up to 7, you get a bonus star. Jim said that he just played Tapestry for the first time yesterday. That's awesome, Jim. Yeah, most of what I've been doing recently is talking about the new Tapestry expansion. And Kirk confirmed that he can also see me just fine. That's great. I'm so glad to hear that this is working. In Scythe, so Scythe, as Jim mentioned, is a reference, as all of these are references to our other games. In the Scythe realm, you're either using a number to cross off a top row section and gaining the resource associated with that section, or you're using a die to cross off a bottom row section and spending a resource to gain a star. Or, as you might know from playing Scythe, the great action in Scythe is when you use both the top and the bottom row action. You can use a specific number to cross off a top row slot, gain the resource, and then right away, without using another number or another die, you can simply spend a resource to cross off the bottom row for that and gain the star. Last, we have Pendulum. So in Pendulum, early on in the game, most likely, you're going to be circling some of these octagons. So you can use any number to circle an octagon. Say I circle this octagon right here for that star, and say I circle this one with a pumpkin and the coin. Later on, I can use specific numbers to try to complete these hourglasses. And so say I cross off a 5, I don't do anything right away when I cross off a 5. If I then later cross off the 4, I complete that hourglass, and right away I gain all resources in octagons that I've circled, that I've outlined. And those resources stay, or those octagons stay circled. You don't cross them off or anything like that. So that every time you can complete an hourglass, you get all the things in all of the octagons you've circled over the course of the game. I'm going to point my camera down towards my little desk here so you can see what I'm doing. Feel free, again, to play along with me as I play Rolling Realms here. Let me adjust that just a little bit. There we go, so you can see everything. All right, let's roll the dice and see what happens. Yesterday, I scored a 19.4. Had a really, really good round of Rolling Realms, so we'll see if I can pull that off today. So we have a 4 and a 5. Where do I want higher numbers here? Let's use the 4 over in Scythe, and that gives me a coin. And right away, I'm going to use that coin to create a 1 value die to put it over here in Pendulum. I need to be doing something in Pendulum every turn. So circle that octagon in Pendulum. And then I'll use the 5 over here in Wingspan. A high number is pretty good, I would say, over the 16 over here. So I'll get a heart from that. Zachary says, nice shirt. Yeah, this is my Red Rising Howlers shirt. Red Rising is a book series that I love that I also designed a game around. All right, turn 2. Obviously, if you have a copy of Rolling Realms, feel free to play along. I'm just playing 1 round. It'll last around 10 minutes, I think. We have a 5 and a 1. Another higher number here, which could be good. What should we do with that? So let's use the 1. Let's use the 1 in Scythe That gets me a coin, and right away I have a heart. So I'm going to cross off that heart to do the bottom row thing inside and get a star out of it. So I've used the 1. I need to use the 5 somewhere. Could be good over in Wingspan to give me a pumpkin. I also need to be doing something in Pendulum every round, but the numbers don't matter for circling them. So I'm going to use this 1 coin to create a 1 value die and circle this octagon. And then let's use the 5. Let's put it over here in Wingspan right there to get another coin. Jim says, are these cards rewritable? Yes, these are dry erase cards. And so it allows for complete replayability. You know, you can just wipe it off, dry erase, wipe it off, and play again. And because they're cards, every time you play Rolling Realms, you shuffle all the cards, and all players play with the same 3 cards within that round. And so there's a ton of variability that comes out of the different combinations of cards. I hope the focus is working. My camera looks a little out of focus on these cards. I don't really know how to, I don't know if I can change the focus of that. But hopefully you can kind of see what I'm doing here. Let me know in the comments if the cards are out of focus as much as they look like they are on camera. I'm not even quite sure what the camera is focusing on right now. A 6 and a 1. Okay, this is a good example because 6 plus 1 is 7. And if the sum of the dice add up to 7, you can spend 2 coins to copy one of those dice and create a 3rd die. Which could be good over in Wingspan, maybe? We'll see about that. How can I get another coin so I can copy that? I can get a coin. No, I can't actually really get a coin this turn, so that's going to go to waste a little bit. Let's put the 6. Let's put the 6 here to get a pumpkin. And now I need to use that 1 somewhere. Yeah, I'm going to fall a little short this turn. I'll use the 1 in Pendulum to circle a star. I really need to start getting resources from Pendulum. Maybe one more turn. I might have to fall a little short there. Jim says, how many cards are in the game? There's 1 for each of our games. So there are a total of 11 cards per player in the game. So 11 different realms. There's like a million different combinations over the course of the game. Jim says, we can see what you're writing, but the text is not readable, but that's perhaps due to the streaming quality. I think the streaming quality actually for this app should be pretty good. So I do wonder what it's focusing on. Yeah, sorry about that you can't see it exactly, but hopefully you can at least see the numbers on the dice. That's the important thing for people playing along. This game is designed to be remotely playable for that reason. We have another good example here. We have a pair of 2s. Whenever you have a pair, you can spend 2 hearts, as noted here in the key here. You can spend 2 hearts to copy one of those dice. In this case, again, I don't have 2 hearts to do that with, but that's okay. I do have a pumpkin, though, so let's use the 2 over in Scythe to gain a heart, and then I do have a pumpkin, so I'll spend that pumpkin to cross off the bottom row in Scythe as well. The other 2, what can I do with the other 2? Yeah, I'll use the other 2 over in Wingspan to get a pumpkin. And then again, I'll create a 1 value die for Pendulum. And I think poor circling there. I'm pretty happy with Pendulum right now. I'm going to start trying to complete Hourglasses. I'm running a little bit behind there, but I might be able to make up for it. Because there is one way you can break the rule that I mentioned, and that is you can spend 3 pumpkins to make it so that you can use a realm twice in the same turn, which you normally cannot do. I have a 6 and a 1 again over here. Adds up to 7. Again, this is good if you have 2 coins, which I do not right now. But the 6 could be in Scythe. It could be good in Scythe. The 6 is actually really good in Pendulum. Let's do that. Let's use the 6 in Pendulum because right away that completes the first Hourglass in Pendulum. I'll hold that up so you can see it. So I've completed that Hourglass. So right away I gain all of these benefits, which is going to be super powerful. I gain both stars. I gain 2 coins. And I gain a heart and a pumpkin. Super, super good. Now I need to do something with this 1. Which is not as good, but I could manipulate it a little bit. I think, actually in this case, I do have 2 coins now, so I could copy the 6 again, which would be awesome. Let's do that. Let's use 2 coins to copy the 6, use it over here in Scythe, which gets me a pumpkin, and then I do have a heart, so cross off that heart to get another star out of Scythe. I still have the 1 to use. Let's plop it over here in Wingspan and get another coin. Yeah, it does look really fuzzy here on camera. I don't know why it's super fuzzy. I don't know if there's a way that I can tell it to look at a certain part of it. I won't mess with it. I'm sure if I start messing with this thing. Actually, it does look... Let's try this real quick. Let's see if I can zoom in. Sorry, I'm just experimenting with a new app here. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Because I can increase the size. No, I can't go any bigger than that. No, I can. So you can kind of... I don't know. It's still pretty fuzzy. Let's try that. Let me know if that zoomed in for all of you as well. I'm just zooming in over here. It's still not focusing as well as I would like it to be. But that's okay. Zachary says, do I have any weekend plans? I'm going to play disc golf this weekend. I'm going to go to a farmer's market. We have a little fully vaccinated barbecue tomorrow, or bonfire, not barbecue, bonfire. And I think we're going to watch The Army of Thieves tonight on Netflix. Those are my plans so far. And also have some time for game design, maybe play a little game or two as well. Jim says I need analog zoom. Yeah, I don't have analog zoom, so I guess it's kind of pixelated because of that. I do have a 6 and a 2 to use here. A 6 and a 2. Still waiting for some exact numbers in Wingspan to finish off these birds, and I'm running a little short on time with that, so I might have to just go for it. 6 and a 2. Let's use the 2 in Pendulum, I think, and I'll probably use the 6 over in Wingspan. Yeah, and let's use the, so that's the 2. I need the 6. I'll put the 6 right here, Wingspan, to get a heart. I could create a 1 value die, but that's not going to be good enough for Scythe. Actually, no, it could be good enough if I spend a pumpkin. Yeah, let's do that. Let's create a 1 value die, use it in the bottom row here, and spend a pumpkin to get another star out of Scythe. Jim says, yeah, my camera is just a webcam. I don't have a fancy, or not a fancy, I don't have like a basic zoom on it. It's just a webcam. I have a 3 and a 2 here. So here are the numbers so far. If you're looking to catch up a little bit, that's big. 3 and a 2. What can I do with 3 and a 2? I need to get a coin because I can do something with Scythe if I get 1 more coin. I'm going to be a little short on it. Maybe I shouldn't have used that coin last turn. Yeah, that's a little problematic. I probably need to do something on Wingspan too. 3 and a 2. Yeah, because I can't complete something in Pendulum that will get me the coin, which would have been really, really crucial here. Let's put the 3. I mean, I need to put something in Pendulum. So let's manipulate that 2 down to a 1 and use that in Pendulum. And let's put the 3, I think, in Scythe to get a pumpkin. But that's not really advancing me all that much. Yeah, let's use the 3 instead over in Pendulum. Same impact, nothing really happens. And let's use the 1 over in Wingspan because that completes a bird with the exact number. So I get all those numbers add up to 12, so I get 2 stars instead of just 1. Jim says, are the mechanisms and benefits of each card also related to the mechanisms of the games that they're referring to? Yeah, that's the idea of Rolling Realms. Yeah, each of these little mini games is based on some core aspect of the game that they're based on. We have a 1 and a 3. 1 and a 3. This is turn 8 here. 1 and a 3. Not a great roll here, although the 1 could help. The 1's going to help here because in Pendulum, I can finish off this hourglass, which gives me a lot of stuff. It's very satisfying to finish off these hourglasses in Pendulum and get a heart. So I've done Pendulum. What can I do over here in Wingspan? I need a 5 in Wingspan to complete that one. I need a 4 over here. I have the 3 left to use. Let's use the 3 here in Scythe, and it'll cost me a coin, but gain me a pumpkin. And which is great. It gives me a star. I almost forgot about the star. That's why I did it. And now, yeah, we can actually do this. I will use 3 hearts to gain another 3. So it lets me copy one of these dice if I have 3 hearts. So gain a 3. I will turn that 3 into a 4. Using 2 pumpkins. And I'll put that 4 right here in Wingspan to get 2 stars. Jim says, is the target audience mainly Stegmaier fans? I'll probably check them out myself. Well, part of it is, I guess, a little bit of Stegmaier fan service, but I think anyone can learn, like the mini games. You do not need the context of the original games. Oh, and I also get these too. You don't need the context of those games to understand how these mini games work. It's more like if you have played Wingspan, you might get the little nod to Wingspan here. And we are even bringing in some games from other publishers. For example, there will be a Terra Mystica realm that comes out at some point, and we're going to do this with some other games from other publishers as well. So it'll kind of be, as people have compared it to kind of Super Smash Brothers, where we're combining a lot of different games from other publishers, different worlds into one game. We have double 4s to end the game. Let's see if that works out. It's a little bit away, so I needed a 5 here in Wingspan. I also needed a 5 in Scythe, although the 4 in the bottom row does get me a coin for Scythe. I'm not going to finish off Pendulum, though, unfortunately. And I can't manipulate it. Yeah, I'm going to fall a little short here, but that is okay. So I can do that, at least, in Scythe. I get all 6 stars from Scythe. I'll put a 4 over here in Wingspan. I don't have, so the numbers don't add up to 16 there in this last card, but I do get a star directly underneath that 4, so that's another star from Wingspan. So here's the final state of Wingspan there, 5 stars. The final state of Scythe, all 6 stars. And then Pendulum. Pendulum is a hard realm to complete, very difficult, but and I fell a little short there, but still got 4 stars out of it. And I have 0 resources left over. Leftover resources at the end of the round are worth 0.1 star. I didn't have any leftovers. So I'm getting 15, a score of exactly 15, which is pretty solid. Here are the numbers in case you were playing along there. Let me flip the camera right up a little bit. It's going to be a weird zoom for a second here, but yeah, a little too close to the camera there. But I'll fix that, or I'll try to fix it right now while we're live. Yeah, this program worked out pretty well. This was Streamlab, I believe it was called, and I'm generally happy with how this worked. I would probably use this again. Thank you all for joining me for this little experiment. I've been doing a lot of these live streams on Facebook Live and then bringing it over to YouTube, but I've had some people request for me to do it on YouTube Live. I have noticed I think the viewers are more on Facebook, so I might continue to do that more often, but every now and then I might pop over here and use Streamlabs to post it on YouTube. But yeah, Jim says perhaps you can create a new form of TCG with this concept. It is essentially, I've stumbled into a living card game for a Rolling Realm game. It won't be a trading card game because there's no randomness to it, or collectible card game. But as for a living card game where you know exactly what you're getting in each pack, that is essentially what it's become. I didn't intend to design it that way, but that's what it has become. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today, for playing along. If you played along, feel free to post your score in the comments below, and have a great weekend.